Welcome to the tutorials for the University of Arizona qualifying site process. There are 4 tutorials to cover this topic: qualifying using the form, qualifying using the CACFP mapper, qualifying using ACS census data, and filling out the qualifying site form. This tutorial will be focused on filling out the form. If you need to watch a separate section, click on that section to be taken to the video for it. When you found your site has qualified, go to eatwellbewell.org, click on Collaborators, scroll to the bottom, find the admin box, and select Forms. Click on the qualifying site form to download it. The qualifying site form is an Excel sheet with 3 different tabs: Sites, which you will only need to enter your county name on; Sites Schools, which you choose if your site is a school; and Sites Non-Schools, which you choose for any site that is not a school. Select the tab that corresponds to your site type. If you are qualifying multiple sites at once, make sure that each site is in its correct tab. The first column in each tab is the Site Type section. If you are filling out the Sites Schools tab, you do not need to do anything with this column as it will be auto-populated. In all other tabs, there will be a drop-down list with options of different types of approved sites. Choose the one that describes your site. The second column is for the name of the site. If you are filling out the Non-Schools tab, you would need to type in the name of your site. If you are filling out the Schools tab, you need to select your school from the drop-down list. For the third, fourth, and fifth columns, fill in the street name, the city, state, zip, and county information for your site. If you are using the Schools tab, this information will be auto-filled. If it is not, or it is incorrect, contact your RC. The next columns to fill in are the low-income documentation and participant data information. This is where you will provide proof that your site qualifies for SNAP-Ed. If your site is a school and you found that it qualified through the form, you will not need to do anything further, as this information will be filled in for you already. In low-income documentation, provide the details on how you found your site qualifies. In participant data information, enter the percentage of people at the site that qualify based on the qualification method you used. Keep in mind that all DES, WIC, emergency food, and public housing service settings qualify 100%. If your site is one of these types, you will write your site type, such as public housing site, into the low-income documentation box, and then type 100% in the participant data information box. The last columns to fill out are the reach columns for your target age group. This is an estimate of the amount of people that will be taught or influenced at your site. The first part of this is participants, which is the amount of people that are taught for the first time at your site in a grant year. The second part of this is contacts, which are the amount of people that you taught that had been taught before in a grant year. Contacts are counted each time they are taught after their first lesson. For instance, if you have a class of 12 students that you plan to teach 4 lessons to, and you estimate that they will show up for all 4 lessons, you would have 12 participants on the first lesson and 12 contacts each for the second, third, and fourth lessons. Overall, you would have 12 participants and 36 contacts, because contacts are only counted after the first time they are taught. If you are teaching classes at public housing and you estimate that you will teach 100 people, but only 50 of those same people will come back for the second class, you would have 100 participants and 50 contacts, because only 50 people are being taught more than once. Once it's finished, turn it into your RC along with any other documents needed, such as a site justification form. This concludes the tutorial for filling out the qualifying site form. If you have any further questions, contact your RC or the accounting office.